The world's biggest tech companies are facing a landmark trial in the United States, accused of making social media products that are intentionally addictive and harmful to young people. 1,600 plaintiffs, including more than 350 families and 250 school districts, are taking part in the legal action. The defendants include Meta, which owns Instagram and Facebook, and YouTube's parent company, Google. Of interest, TikTok and Snapchat reached a confidential out-of-court settlement hours before the trial began.
Seth Schachner is an expert on the wicked ways of tech giants. He's a technology and media executive and the managing director of Strat Americas. Thank you for your time. All the way over in Los Angeles, where this trial is taking place, you consult big tech companies for a living, and you think that this trial will be game-changing. Why?
It could be game-changing. You know, our tech titans, well, the global tech titans, have really lived kind of under this shield of protection from something called Section 230, which, you know, at a top level kind of makes them pipes, allows them to say, we're kind of just distributors of content as opposed to editors of it. While they all have taken constructive measures to manage content, including protecting children and putting all sorts of safeguards in, you know, there's just been a ton of research and outcry and hurt, I think. And that, you know, that's essentially what this trial is going to be about.
Yeah, I think we all know that there is definitely damage being done there, and for sure they know about it. What do they need to prove in court? That harm is done, or that harm is intentional?
Probably a little bit of both, for sure. I think, you know, these are product features. They're trying to show that they were deliberately designed to cause harm. And I think that's probably kind of a hard sell, if you really ask me. If evidence or papers or emails surface, which they probably will if this thing goes into trial, you know, it'll be at a minimum really embarrassing, but it could be pretty damaging. It's about the algorithms and how the algorithms are designed, and they're kind of designed to amplify emotion and stir it up and increase engagement, which is the lifeblood of all these social networks business models. It's all about advertising. And so that amplification can be for good stuff, could be for bad stuff. They're clearly going to try and show for all these families and children, and it's a very serious number of young people and families that are involved. So it's, you know, it's pretty gravely serious.
Seth, just how damaging could it be for these giants? What kind of dollar figure could there be in fines, and could they force changes on the platforms? It
could be very seriously damaging. I mean, whether these are fines, which could happen, and you know, we've seen that with the EU doing that, not just to tech titans, but to Google and others. But the real thing here is these are advertising-driven media businesses that operate on lots of different product features and personalization. And so, while the fines could be enormous, the damage to their advertising businesses could actually even be, you know, worse, if you will. And that could affect a lot of third parties around the ecosystem. We've got everything from, you know, film studios to sports leagues to influencers that rely on all these networks for their living or for their compensation. So it's a pretty serious thing if it does get changed radically.
It'll be interesting to see how this trial plays out. All right, thank you, Seth. We appreciate your time.
Good to be here.